Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here. Today, I'm going to be stepping into the role of your enthusiastic and very patient virtual language tutor. So if you're planning a trip to a Spanish-speaking country, well, you've hit the jackpot. This Explainer is designed to be a highly practical, really slow-paced, pre-flight class to get you totally prepared for your trip. We're going to build up that confidence, making absolutely sure you're ready to communicate from the literal second your plane touches the runway.
Okay, let's dive into this. We're embarking on a real traveler's journey today. We'll start with daily greetings, move on to airport and transportation, then hotel phrases, restaurant phrases, and finally, shopping and emergencies. Now, we are going to use a strict call and response format today. So I'll say the phrase, and then I'll leave a few seconds of silence so you can actually practice speaking it out loud right wherever you are. Let's get started.
Section 1, Daily Greetings and Starting Your Journey Off Right.
Picture this. You've just arrived in a beautiful new country, the sun is shining, and you want to say hello. A simple, polite greeting instantly opens doors and sets a really friendly tone for every interaction you're going to have. Get ready to repeat after me. Good morning. Buenos dias. Notice that little accent mark on the letter I in dias? That means you put a little extra punch right there. Buenos dias. Okay, your turn.
Awesome. Now, how about this one? Do you speak English? ¿Hablas inglés? Go ahead, try it out. Man, that is a fantastic effort so far. See, you are already communicating.
Section 2, Airport and Transportation, Navigating the City.
All right, so this is often the most stressful travel moment, right? You've just grabbed your bags, you're probably a bit jet-lagged, and you need to figure out how to actually leave the airport. Let's make it easy. I need a taxi. Necesito un taxi. Your turn.
Now, what's really interesting about this next one is the pronunciation. Where is the train station? ¿Dónde está la estación de tren? Notice that little word at the very end, tren. You'll hear a distinct rolled R. Let's try the whole phrase, and hey, do not worry about being perfect. ¿Dónde está la estación de tren?
Okay, let's actually take a quick timeout here. The rolled R, or R doble, is such an iconic sound in Spanish, but it can be super intimidating for beginners. As your tutor, let's break down the mechanics together. It's actually physical. Place the tip of your tongue just slightly behind your top front teeth. Just resting there, don't press hard. Now exhale a steady stream of air and let that tongue gently vibrate against the roof of your mouth. Rrr, rrr. You know, it takes a little practice, but getting a feel for it is going to give you incredible confidence before we tackle our next phrase.
Let's put that into practice right now. Where is the airport? ¿Dónde está el aeropuerto? Listen for that soft roll right in the middle of that last word. ¿Dónde está el aeropuerto? Okay, your turn to practice that pronunciation trick.
Excellent job. You nailed it. Section 3, Hotel Phrases, Checking In. So, you've navigated the busy city, and you finally made it to the hotel desk. You're exhausted, but you are ready to secure your room using these absolutely essential phrases. I have a reservation. Tengo una reserva. Let me hear you say it. Perfect. You are doing an absolutely wonderful job pacing yourself. Just keep following along with me. Now you need to know about the food. Is breakfast included? ¿El desayuno está incluido? And this brilliantly illustrates one of the absolute best secrets to learning Spanish: cognates. The word incluido looks and sounds incredibly similar to its English counterpart, included. It practically gives away the whole meaning. Let's try the phrase, ¿El desayuno está incluido? Now, the most important question. Where is my room? ¿Dónde está mi habitación? One quick, really essential tip here. In Spanish, the letter H is entirely silent, always. So it's not habitación, it's habitación, starting right with that A sound. Let's try with that native inflection. ¿Dónde está mi habitación? Section 4. Restaurant Phrases, Dining Out.
Okay, you've checked in, you've rested up, and now it's time for an evening out. And realistically, ordering food is where you're going to use your Spanish the most. It's such a fun opportunity to interact. A table for two, please. Una mesa para dos, por favor. Your turn. Always remember, por favor is your absolute magic ticket. Tacking that onto the end of any request is going to instantly earn you smiles anywhere you go.
Next up, can I see the menu? ¿Puedo ver el menú? Make sure you really emphasize that accented U at the very end of menú. ¿Puedo ver el menú? Go ahead, let's hear it. ¿Puedo ver el menú?
And when you're done eating, the bill, please.
La cuenta, por favor. Let's make sure you end your meal as smoothly as you started it. Repeat after me. La cuenta, por favor.
Beautifully done. You are literally going to dine like a local.
Section 5, Shopping and Emergencies, wrapping up.
This final segment of our journey is all about buying those perfect souvenirs to take home and gracefully handling the minor little travel hiccups that honestly happen to all of us. How much is this? ¿Cuánto cuesta esto? Listen carefully to the really crisp, hard C sounds at the beginning of those first two words. ¿Cuánto cuesta esto? Give it a try.
Here's a true essential. Where is the bathroom? ¿Dónde está el baño? Notice that little squiggly line over the N in baño? That makes the unique ñe or ñe sound. It sounds a lot like the NY in the English word canyon. ¿Dónde está el baño? Your turn. Now, let's prep for a minor travel hiccup. I am lost. Estoy perdido. Say it with me. Estoy perdido. Now, before we move on, I want you to hold on to this specific phrase in your mind, because there's a super important grammar rule we need to address right now. So the crucial point is that in Spanish, adjectives often have to match the gender of the person speaking. If you identify as male, you're going to use the O ending, estoy perdido. But if you identify as female, you'll use the A ending, estoy perdida. It's a tiny nuance, but getting it right is highly appreciated by native speakers. Let's practice your specific version right now.
Let's do a rapid-fire review of these 4 fundamental, essential quick words just to maximize your vocabulary before we wrap up this explainer. Hola means hello, adios means goodbye, gracias is thank you, and perdón is excuse me. Honestly, if you forget everything else we learned today, just keeping these 4 politeness words in your back pocket will save the day time and time again.
And that brings us to the end of our journey. I really want to sincerely congratulate you. As a focused learner, taking the time to actually pause and practice these simple phrases out loud is going to completely transform your travel confidence. You aren't just a tourist anymore, you are ready to really connect. I want to leave you with one final provocative question to think about. As you step off that plane, what is the very first phrase from today's explainer that you are going to use on your trip? Keep practicing, have an absolutely wonderful vacation, and thank you so much for learning with me today.